You guys are in for a treat today. We're going to watch this incredible clip in full. It only clocks in at 58 seconds and go from there. Musk reposted this to his audience on X moments ago. And this still frame, I think, sums things up perfectly.
Elon Musk has deserved every single penny of the money he's made. Jeff Bezos,
absolutely not. That is the most ludicrous statement you have ever made. They are making money off the American taxpayer, off the American government, after deals with SpaceX.
Bigger.
I don't know why you're shilling for these people. It's nuts.
It has made our standard of living, because capitalism has a moral argument that needs to be defended. It has made our standard of living better than any other group of people in any other time. And I would say, I want
standard of living, Lydia?
Elon Musk,
Whose standard of living?
A trillionaire, because guess what? Okay. With his money, he's literally letting blind people see. He's letting paralyzed people walk. I want him to have the money, not Elizabeth Warren, who's going to funnel it to fraud.
He's letting blind people see and paralyzed people walk. What are we doing?
Have you heard of Neuralink?
Have I heard of Neuralink? Does it work, babe?
Lydia's point about capitalism.
God, this is so freaking insane.
Lydia, hold on, Lee. Lydia's point about capitalism being a
Holy shit. We got a lot to discuss. Check out this final frame though too. I mean, again, sums it up perfectly, right? Now, we could probably psychoanalyze and make some assumptions, and that's all they'd be about the personal lives of these two guests. Of course, I would never do such a thing, but it might be fun for you to imagine if there could be any potential differences behind the scenes, perhaps manifesting in the personality traits, the appearances of, and the points made by these two guests. An excellent reply here in the comments with the caption, "Isn't it incredible that you don't even have to watch the video with volume to tell you which side of the argument they are on?" This is truly, truly incredible. Now, we're going to break this down in great detail. Some very important topics continuing to come up, recurring themes. It's only going to get worse. We'll get to that in a moment. Before we do, however, I just want to be clear, I don't know who either of these women are. I don't watch this Crisis News Network except when I see a clip floating around on X. It's always quite entertaining. Usually they feature Scott Jennings. So I don't know the names of these women or their background. I have absolutely no context for this clip whatsoever. I should probably do some digging and homework, but bro, did you see that eyebrow raise? I just had, look at that. Right there, this motherfucker. I have no idea if one of these women works for a particular foundation, a leftist activist organization. Maybe they're both leftards. I have no context, no idea, but I think it's going to be more entertaining and fun to go in completely blind. So I guess I'm going to have to figure out a way to name these two, right? Since I'm an extremely politically correct content creator, I'm obviously not going to say what we're all thinking and call the brunette hottie, because despite the fact that they'll be extremely accurate, somebody might get offended at me pointing out the fact that she's an extremely attractive woman. Nor am I going to refer to the angry troll on the left as a derogatory name that might be used to describe a female who has a very, very grating personality, possibly even bordering on a female demon. So I guess we'll just have to go with brunette and blondie, because people might get offended if I describe the brunette as hottie and the troll demon on the left as hag or something along those lines. So anyway, let's actually think about the points we heard. Actually, we only heard points from one side and shrieking from the other. But I'm never going to get over that eyebrow raise. The beginning of the clip, brunette says, Elon Musk has deserved every single penny of the money he's made. Jeff Bezos, and as soon as she gets that word out, she's about to say also, she's interrupted by the very, 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 very happy, satisfied, and content, also mentally stable blonde woman who doesn't have an argument but immediately interrupts her with absolutely not. Blonde woman, having interrupted and without a reasonable argument, instead simply says, "That is the most ludicrous statement you've ever made." She then goes on her truly unhinged, illogical rant. They are making money off the American taxpayer, off the government, after deals with SpaceX. And then she goes on to say, "I don't know why you're shilling for these people." Brunette responds after being given a slight opportunity to get a word in, pointing out that it has made our standard of living because of capitalism. And she's getting at the point, companies like Amazon have massively improved people's standard of living. I find it quite hilarious that Blondie over here has no doubt probably got a subscription to Amazon Prime, probably receives same-day delivery on her SSR, but not say that, on her products that she buys off Amazon regularly for a great price with a great selection, available almost instantly. I mean, Amazon's absolutely fucking awesome. An enormous amount of value has been created just from the Amazon website. Forget all the other stuff. To dismiss this, it's just bonkers. I'll let you guys and girls in on a little secret. People are compensated in proportion to the value they create, the value they bring to the marketplace. It's absolutely batshit insane to imply that people who've created companies that have changed people's lives for the better, Google would be another great example. Not a fan of every element of the company, but bro, a lot of people are watching this on YouTube right now. The Google range of products, the platform, the search engine, YouTube, incredible. It's so despicable to be attacking people that have sacrificed so much, worked hard, employed tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of people, putting food on the table of families around the world, massively increasing the standard of living for people around the world, with great products and services, driving the costs of these down. To criticize and attack people whose on-paper net worth has increased in proportion to the value they've created in the world is absolutely bonkers. So back to the point that was being made by Brunette. She was talking about capitalism and the moral argument for capitalism, which has made the standard of living better than any other group of people, this is her quote, in any other time. Troll Demon then interrupts. Whose standard of living? Whose standard of living? She asks, not actually wanting an answer, knowing that there is an answer and it would be literally everyone on the planet. Again, I just refer to the simplest example of Amazon. Who hasn't used their website to order something and it's arrived very quickly and was at a great price? Brunette responds with many examples. The key among them, though, actually talked about Neuralink, one of the best examples of the massive increase in quality of life that a Musk-led company has produced. Now, I just want to take a moment here because despite the fact that they're all now harping on about Elon Musk being not far off a trillionaire, it's not like he has $1 trillion sitting around. Almost all of that is equity in companies he's created, founded, built, grown, and which employ collectively a few 100,000 people. In fact, I think it's safe to say that Elon Musk actually borrows money against his ownership in these companies, as opposed to being paid a salary just to pay for living expenses. The guy's not swimming in mountains of cash. On paper, he's worth a lot, but these are very different things. So, Brunette Woman goes on to explain one example, Neuralink. She adds that she wants the money going to Elon Musk, as in people who are innovating and improving people's lives, not Elizabeth Warren, also known as Pocahontas or Senator Karen, who's going to funnel it to fraud. While we're on the topic of political hacks, here's a very recent short clip from Alexandra Occasional Cortex, who also seems to have it in for people who've created enormous amounts of value in the world and massively improved people's standard of living around the world.
There's a certain level of wealth and accumulation that is unearned, right? You can't earn $1 billion.
That's right.
You just can't earn that.
That's exactly correct.
You can get market power, you can break rules, you can do all sorts of things. You can abuse labor laws, you can pay people less than what they're worth, but you can't earn that, right?
That's right.
And so you have to create a myth that since you didn't earn that, you have to create a myth of earning it.
Oh, shit. I barely need to say anything. So let's read the accompanying post with this clip from Alexandra Occasional Cortex, who wrote, "The single largest form of theft in America is wage theft." Dude, I can't keep a straight face. Is wage theft. $50 billion a year are stolen from American workers. If a billionaire amasses their wealth by underpaying their full-time workers so severely that they must rely on food assistance and government programs to survive, then no, that wealth was not earned by one individual. It was a wealth transfer subsidized by underpaid American workers and the public who get stuck with the bill for large corporations free riding off our systems. The point is less about individual morality. It's more about how our current economic reality of shattering inequality rewards screwing over workers and exploiting essential systems at scale. Oh man, there's so much to pick apart in this brain-dead post. But instead of responding to this, I'm actually going to read a post in reply from Palmer Luckey, who wrote, by the way, I'm sure most of you guys know who he is, if not, very interesting guy, very successful in multiple businesses, in multiple domains. He wrote, "The idea that all billionaires got their money by exploiting people doesn't hold up to any scrutiny." He then mentions the author of the Harry Potter books. Who did she exploit to earn her billions? Palmer says that he invented a better way to make virtual reality headsets and games to play on them. We just made things people wanted. And in response to that, a guy with 3 first names wrote, "Alexandra Occasional Cortex cannot be reasoned with. Her entire platform," and this relates to the clip we saw earlier, same playbook from Angry Blonde, who weaponize empathy to prey on economically illiterate, reality-ignoring, vibe and feels-based voters, and those with negative mindsets who lack personal responsibility, ownership and accountability, and those who have relinquished their agency and want daddy government to run their lives and solve all of their problems. To wrap this up, I just want to issue an important warning because, boy, I can see it coming a mile away. Elon Musk will, soon, on paper, be worth in excess of $1 trillion. If you thought the Elon bad, billionaire bad, Elon biggest billionaire, therefore Elon biggest bad narrative was out of fucking control, just you wait until these deranged, hateful, angry, demonic lunatics can change their attacks, their ammunition from merely billionaire to trillionaire. They're going to lose their fucking minds. And one final statement, ladies and gentlemen. People who have the mindset that the only way anybody has accumulated any meaningful on-paper wealth is by exploiting others, or in fact, in general, if you believe the only way that people do well financially in business is by exploiting others, exploiting employees, as opposed to giving them a fucking job, these people are unbelievably toxic, nasty, dangerous, and should not be in your lives. That shit seeps off them. You will get this shit on you just hanging around them. The mentality, it's negative. It will hold you back. It will stifle your own growth and progress. These people do not want to see anyone succeed. Should you start making improvements and progress in your own life, they will start to drag you back. If you have people like this in your life, the best thing you can possibly do is run. People who create value, build businesses, employ others, should be celebrated and held up, not attacked, derided, diminished. But unfortunately, as I mentioned, Musk has a very big target on his back because he is, in fact, MVP of Earth. Most valuable player, has created the most value, and this will continue to be true for years to come. Want more content? Early access? A bunch of perks? Click the links in the pinned comment. AG1 has been part of my daily health protocol for almost half a decade. It's packed full of vitamins and minerals and helps me fill in nutritional gaps while supporting energy, digestion, and immune function. It also has prebiotics and probiotics to promote gut health. I take my health very seriously, and so should you. Try AG1 today by visiting drinkag1.com/SMR or click the link in the pinned comment and enjoy a free welcome kit with vitamin D3 plus K2 and AG1 travel packs. That's drinkag1.com/SMR.